We're here today with Mr. Roshan Madawela, who's the founder of the Research Intelligence Unit. And we're going to talk about Infracon and RIUNIT's involvement. So Mr. Madawela, if you could tell us a little bit about RIUNIT to start with.
Sure, yeah. Thanks. Basically, we started this company in 2003. Back then, we came in as a development organization helping the country to develop. There was a war going on, and there was a lot of aid work, poverty alleviation, children's health, war zones, that kind of thing. But since peace, we have evolved into a investor, private sector-driven operation. So now we do a lot of feasibility studies, market research. We're very strong in construction, real estate, advisory work, and yeah, it's actually the case that if you look at the buildings in Colombo, the very tall ones, more than probably 2/3 of them have some of our inputs in terms of advisory work or data or feasibility studies. So yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you have planned for Infracon and the forum that's going to happen on the 3rd of July?
Okay, so Infracon excited us from the very beginning because the idea of having an event that is infrastructure-centric is a fantastic idea. And there are many reasons why we should take an infrastructure-centric perspective on developing country like Sri Lanka, because in theory and in practice, you find that developments take place around key infrastructure. So a lot of the time the debate is who should spend on this, because when you have infrastructure, everybody benefits, right? So should it be the government? Is it a public good? Or should the private sector get together and pool money to improve common economic, social and recreational infrastructure, right?
Right.
Depends if you're promoting tourism or promoting residential living,
right,
or it could be commercial space or warehousing. So all of these things depend on key infrastructure, right? So the smarter countries and the policymakers have managed to unlock how infrastructure can deliver much higher economic growth through higher productivity and more efficiency. So I know you guys are doing this for the first time.
Yeah.
So I think it's a great journey. It's a long way to go.
Absolutely. So I think from what you're saying of the contents of this forum is going to be sort of a very timely discussion for Sri Lanka. As port city and things like that are developing around us in Colombo, and also other major infrastructure developments around the country, highways and so on. What do you see, as the future of infrastructure and construction industry in Sri Lanka, perhaps over the next 10 to 15 years?
That's a really good question, because construction in many ways is a meter. It's a measure of how well the economy is performing.
Right.
So if you go to 2010, in that initial boom period,
right,
construction was contributing more than 10% to GDP growth rates. So that's kind of unprecedented. And then when we had the economic crisis, construction took the biggest hit. So construction is critical for an emerging economy like Sri Lanka. So it's something that needs to be nurtured, and the industry needs a lot of support from the government as well.
Okay. So there'll be more discussion on the same topic on the 3rd of July. So we'd like to invite all of you who are interested to come down to the BMICH at 2:30 p.m. On the 3rd of July. Visit the exhibition, meet the other international exhibitors who will be participating for the first time, and then engage with the panel discussion happening on the same day. So we look forward to seeing you all there. Perhaps you could just tell us before we go who's going to be the speakers and who's going to be on the panel.
Yeah, so there will be two panels.
Okay.
The first panel will have a focus on why we need to invest, how does it happen, who invests, and the mechanisms by which investment takes place.
Right.
So this will feature people from the Board of Investment and economists and experts who can look at the topic of investment into infrastructure from a supply perspective.
Right.
What are the kind of incentives that can make a country attract more investment into infrastructure, right? The second panel looks at the impact of infrastructure. So here we're looking at how new social and economic infrastructure can have very significant growth impacts on things like real estate, commercial buildings, tourism, absolutely. And actually the smart way to look at it is how you can get these different subsectors to synergize with each other.
Right. Okay.
So that all of them actually benefit. Like when you play cricket, you set the field and the bowler should bowl accordingly. So you can take a similar approach, and I think construction is critical in that sense. So, and we also have the BOI chairman making a keynote address. So we have people representing top construction companies, advisory firms, financial sector, real estate developers. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a lot of people there, some of the top brands in this sector, networking opportunities. So I wouldn't want to miss it.
Super. So that's sort of a overview of what's going to happen on the 3rd of July. So there'll be a QR code that pops up straight after this. Scan it to register and see you there.